a high ranking British officer. He visited Pratibandpuram with a wish to hunt tigers. Actually, the British officer was fond of getting his pictures clicked with his victims. But Maharaja was resolute and he refused permission. He felt that if he gave permission to this officer, then other British officers would turn up with the same request. So, dear students, he did not give permission to that officer, but he discussed this case with his divan, and that's why they came up with a plan. Dear students, in order to impress that British officer whom he refused to go for tiger hunting in his area, he sent 50 diamond rings to his wife. And Maharaja expected that officer's wife would choose one or two rings, but that greedy lady, she kept the whole lot. She kept 50 rings and it cost him 3 lakh rupees, but at least his kingdom was saved. So, dear students, in order to save his kingdom, he gave bribe to that British officer's wife. The Maharaja's tiger hunts were very successful, and within 10 years only he killed 70 tigers. But the tiger population became extinct in Pratibandpuram. The Maharaja devised a scheme. He had a plan because that his target was to kill 100 tigers. So he called up the Divan and he asked him that find a princess of a royal family, but the condition that a state with a large tiger population. What was in his mind? Actually, whenever he visited his father in law after getting married, he killed 5 or 6 tigers each time. And in this way, he managed to kill 99 tigers. But luck was not in his favor. Even the tigers of his father in law's kingdom, they were all dead. And now only one tiger remained to be killed. Now he had to arrange the 100 tiger. Dear students, he wanted to prove that astrologer wrong. So Maharaja, he was disappointed because he did not find the last tiger. And suddenly he got the news that a tiger had been seen in a hillside village. He was so happy that he announced that a 3-year exemption from all taxes for the villagers. And dear student, he set out on the hunting at once. But he did not find the tiger. And dear student, he got angry and he ordered that he would double the taxes. Divan tried to warn him to make him understand that if he took such a step, if we would double the taxes, so it would create a problem for him. But Maharaja, he was so outraged and he asked the Divan to resign. Now Divan had to save his job. So dear students, what did he do? The Divan, in order to save himself, he decided to give up the old tiger that had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and he kept hidden in his house. Dear students, somehow Divan and his wife, they dragged that old and weak tiger that had been brought from People's Park in Madras. And dear students, after much resistance from the tiger, finally Divan was able to leave the tiger in the same forest where Maharaja had been hunting. Maharaja was so delighted, he was so happy to see the 100 tiger. And dear student, he shot at the beast. He killed that tiger. And dear students, he ordered the tiger to be brought to his capital in a grand procession. But the moment the Maharaja left, the hunters noticed that the tiger was still alive. Actually, he fell down it was just because of a shock of the bullet, nothing else. But they did not tell anything to the Tiger King that he had missed the tiger, that he had missed his 100 tiger or his target. Actually, they feared losing their jobs. And one of the hunters then killed the tiger himself. And in this way, the Tiger King, who had already taken a vow that he would kill 100 tigers, he failed in killing 100 tiger, and it was one of his hunters who killed the 100 tiger. Dear student, the dead tiger was taken in grand procession through the town and buried. After achieving this feat, the Maharaja, he turned his attention to his child, and it was the third birthday of his son. He wanted to give him something very, very special. He went for shopping but could not find anything worthy enough. Finally, he noticed a wooden tiger, and he brought the wooden tiger for his son. The wooden tiger, actually it was made by an unskilled carpenter. So dear student, when he was playing with his son, at that time one of the slivers pierced the Maharaja's right hand, and he did not mind it, and he pulled it out. But the infection spread in his hand, and in 4 days it developed into a festering sore. Actually, infection spread all over his arm. 3 surgeons from Madras, they operated on him, but they were unable to save his life. Thus, the 100 tiger took its revenge. So, dear student, at the time of his birth, astrologers had already foretold that his death would be because of a tiger, and finally he lost his life just because of a wooden tiger. Please try to understand. Actually, towards the end we have irony also, that when he buys a wooden tiger and he gets injured from the slivers of that wooden tiger only. In fact, he dies due to an infection from the wooden sliver. So, dear student, this is the irony in the end we have. This chapter is a satire on the conceit of those in power.